We are back again in River West video slash River West radio place studio shop. Come on up here, get some videos, get on the air, say something that you want, something that you feel that you need to share with the world, because this is what I do, this is what this place is here for, this is what we all ought to do, because no man is an island. No man is an island, and thus we swim in this ocean of air as a unity. Um, all right, I kind of lost myself here, which is okay. The thing about life is that even though things can appear to be not perfect, we make mistakes. Oh, I wish this could have been done, something else would have been done. This is not good. I don't know, why did that person come in power and made this law, or why did I end up in jail, or why did this person hit my car? Bad things happen all the time. Nothing goes the way we want it to go, the way we plan it to go, but that's okay. That's what's the most important thing, that it's okay, because life still goes on. The world is not gonna stop. It's been going and it's been doing the same thing since the beginning of time, which is beginningless. And the only thing we can do is take a breath in, breathe out, and go on. Because if we get stuck on this little, well, usually it's petty little things that drive us mad, drive us upset, make us irritated. It's little things that happen all the time, and we take them and we think about them, and we think about them, and we think about them, and the more we think about them, little things can become kind of big things, major things, and start running our world, start ruining our peace, and then we become obsessed, and that's the only thing we can think about. Like the other day, I met a really cool chick, and I fell in love. Oh, look at that! Never mind about it. Dirty, dirty, come, come, come! I see it dirty outside. Come. Oh, bummer. Come here, just say hi, man. Ah, this is my buddy Dirty. I haven't seen you in like 2 years, brother. Come on, be my guest for like 5 minutes. Can you handle it?
No, I gotta go to work over at the Uptown, man.
You work at Uptown now?
No, not. I kind of just help
Oh,
him.
you just help him out.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but I would.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's good seeing you.
Yeah, take it easy, Chili.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, this cat, I ain't seen him in a couple of years. And I also see outside Miss Lisa and Ryan. They both, they're both the Chips, or the Japs, the Chips, the Jipes. I think they're called the Jipes. They have a band or something like that. Ryan is a gypsy jazz guitar player, and Lisa, she's just learning, so she's playing too, and she plays drums, and she's an adorable gal. And Ryan is well known in the River West community. He has been around for days, months, years, it almost seems like centuries. If what, he is a perfect example of River West and what a free life ought to be lived as. Cause this kid, he's free, carefree, but he's got his own thing going. He's not up there um, begging, smelling shitty. You know, he's he's doing good for himself and has been doing so for years. But I was talking about blowing things into out of proportion. Like the other day, I met this girl at a party, and I liked her. We talked and we um, played, and I got her number before she left. And then I was thinking about her, and I was like, this girl, I really like her. I don't get to meet too many chicks like that, you know, because she was beautiful and smart. And she was totally into me, which is kind of nice, you know, because I'd be finding chicks that are beautiful and into me, but not smart. And that's like a turn off for me. Or beautiful and smart, but they're into somebody else. Oh, yeah. And I'm not gonna talk about smart chicks that dig me who are not good looking, because there's a lot of those. Okay. So, yeah, I was thinking about her, and then I texted her, and we started texting back and forth. And things, we started, thoughts appeared in the head. I was like, oh, I'd like to really get to know her better. So I've met her and hanged out with her for some time, and now she's on my mind. And I can't get her off. And I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but I like it. She makes me. I think about her. I feel like all airy, and I feel like I want to dance and sing and smile and giggle. It's good to be in love, but thing is about love is that it's great when love is eternal, but nothing is eternal, is there? Except for that which is uncreated, unmanifested. So we were talking about Bhagavad on my previous podcast shows, and we're gonna talk about it again today, a little later. We've been on a we've read so far 3 chapters, and we started the fourth one. But back to love. I used to love my wine. I got introduced to drinking wine when I was 19 or so, and it was alright. But all the folks I was hanging around was drinking it, and I started drinking it, and you get attached to things that you do. So I was attached to my wine, and I really loved it. I mean, I woke up in the morning. I wake up in the morning with a headache, and I be like, I know what I need. I go to the store and get my ass drunk and be all like, oh, this is like beautiful. I was kind of foolish. I was a stupid kid. That song was stupid, not that stupid, but I was really foolish. And then I would just go to the store every time I would get a hangover, and I would get a hangover every time my high get down. So yeah, I drank all my days and all my nights. I just stayed drunk for many years. Those were my drunken days. They are all I remember from them is a drunken haze. It was like waking up in the mist and walking through the mist as the day passed me by, and at the night there was only darkness. So one day after I got my third drunk driving, uh, I had a device put on my car, which made me blow in it, just so I can drive it. And even after getting 3 drunk drivings, and then getting into a drunken fight and breaking my ear, I still wouldn't quit drinking. That's how powerful the alcohol's grip was on me. It was just what I've done for many years, like 10 years or so. It was third of my life, and all I remember was myself drinking. So I could not imagine myself not being drunk. It was like Chile. Oh yeah, Chile is drunky. Matter of fact, back in those days, my name was not Chili, cause right now I'm Chili, cause I just be chilling, you know. Back in those days, I was shitty. I was Mr. Shitty or just shitty or shitty boy, cause that's how I was feeling. I was drunk and shitty. I was acting pretty shitty too. I was arrogant. Not that I'm not right now a little arrogant, but back in those days, I was. I wasn't shit, but I thought I was the shit, and I used to get into fights all the time, and I'd get arrested for urination in public all the time, or disorderly conduct. Because I'll be walking and I'd be singing, and people wouldn't like me singing because I'd be singing loud. I still like to sing loud, but I go to a park. Back those days, I was just walking the neighborhood and sing because I didn't care. Actually, you know what? Sometimes, even nowadays, I feel so happy. I just walk in the neighborhood and start singing. But because I'm not drunk, I don't get arrested. For some reason, only drunk people get arrested for stuff like um, being out of harmony with the way the world is, because the world is very harmonious. Different parts of the city have different harmonies, but everything is moving in unity. And I like to watch the world move, watch the people interact, watch the people when they don't see me watching them, and they would really express themselves. People are really expressive. Everything that a person thinks is expressed to the person's body. I mean, if you look at a person, if you look at the little details, you can actually, in your imagination, feel what the person is feeling. I mean, it's not gonna be like you're the person and you're feeling it, but imagination is such a powerful tool that we all have, and most of us don't really use. And the thing about imagination is that it can be expanded and it can grow, and the mind is a beautiful thing. I am just a beginner. I'm a beginner student of this device, this muscle that is our brain, and I'm extremely fascinated by it. I just got this book. Well, I had this book for a while. It's just I'm thinking really really hard. I'm hoping. I'm gonna tie myself up and make myself do this because the book is a really good book, and I've been meaning to read it all of my life. Most of my life I've been looking for it, and now that I've found it, I'm too lazy to read it because it takes such a dedication. This book is called "Learn How to Speed Read in Seven." No, it's called Evelyn Wood's 7-Day Speed Reading Method, and it's all about how to take a book and read it really fast. and remember what you read too. Apparently, what these people who study this phenomena, as it's called speed reading, what they say is that when we speed read, um, because our attention is really focused, and most of the stuff that goes in doesn't get out. So we could be better to be able to absorb a vast amount of information and not lose it. I remember myself going to high school, and I didn't really go to high school because I didn't like high school. I mean, high school was okay. I had some friends there, but most of my friends I had in different high schools. But I had some friends, and I would go to school a little late because I didn't like to wake up early. I had study hall my first. I had study hall my first class, so I really didn't have to get up early. And I had my friend also have study hall with me. His name was Slava, and I would go to school maybe half an hour late, and I would catch him going half an hour late, and we'd be like look at each other and turn around, and I'd go to school. And instead of going to school, we'd go to his apartment and smoke weed and watch movies, or we'd go to budget and smoke weed and watch movies, or we would like hang out with this girl named Tanya, where we would smoke weed and watch movies. But with Tanya, we also listen to music and just talk, because two guys they have what are two guys gonna talk about, right? They're just gonna smoke weed and watch movies. But when there's a girls involved, then we gotta smoke weed and talk about stuff. Mm, yeah. Those were the days when I did not go to school. But I graduated. Barely. Cause, see, when you skip school, you gotta skip school intelligently. Unintelligent people, what they do? They're like, I don't like school. I don't care about school. I'm gonna skip it, and they skip it, and they don't go to school, and then they get an F, and they flunk it, and then have to repeat the same class again or something. I I I got straight D's and C's, cause even though I did not go to school, I went to all the tests. And what I would do is before the test, I would go to library and I read a chapter. Like library would be like I read a chapter in 1 hour, hour and a half, something, and then I would go and take the test, and I would get my B, cause whatever I read kind of stayed in my head for a day or half a day, or at least those few hours that were uh, that were the test. And then I forgot everything. That's how I got by. Um, or what I would do, I would skip the test and I would write a note say, "Oh, I'm sick. I was a really sick kid. I was sick every day. Sometimes I would be sick in the mornings, and sometimes I would be sick in the evenings. Sometimes my mother would write my notes, and sometimes my father would write my notes. But in actuality, it was me writing the notes when in the bathroom, because I would go to school and like on the second class, the vice principal's people would call the teacher and say, "Oh, could you please send Oleg?" Well, no, I was Alex. Would you please send Alex to vice principal's office? And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't write my note. I have to write a note. So I would take my backpack and I would, instead of going to the vice principal's office, I would go to the bathroom because I need to take a piss or something. and I would go in the bathroom and I would write myself a quick note. Please excuse Alex from missing first to fourth class because he um, had his teeth pulled out, and I had a lot of teeth. I had so many teeth pulled out in my skipping days. I mean, my senior year, my vice principal, because our principal, he didn't do nothing. Nobody really knew what he was doing. I don't know. He was getting paid, that's for sure. He's probably getting paid more than vice principal. Because our vice principal, I was a hardworking man. He did everything. It's like he was involved in everything. He knew what every teacher was doing. He knew every kid in school. School was only 400 kids. So, I mean, that guy was like on it. I mean, he was like, he ran the school. But this principal, I don't know. I probably seen him like 4 5 times during the whole 4 years of school. I went to Sherwood High. Uh, People like to refer to as Shoreweed. Yes, I went to Shoreweed High, and it was right next to White Folks Bay. And I had some friends in White Folks Bay, and I would skip and go to White Folks Bay. And um, there's a park up there, a little off Hampton, behind Dairy Queen. There's we would go to that park and the trails, and there would be tables sitting, and yeah, that's where that's where I got introduced to pot. Speaking of pot, I got introduced to marijuana when I was 16, and it was love at first sight. And this love has been, this love never really diminished throughout my life. And now I'm thinking to myself that this love is not very productive anymore. Because before, I would get high and I would like think thoughts, and I would be, I don't know, I have a good time. But nowadays, I just want to be sober. Yeah. Isn't it weird the way the world turns? I I I'm amazed every day about everything. It's just so wonderful. This world is full of magic. It's just you gotta look for it, cause you don't see magic if you're not looking for it. Sometimes you can be shown, but it's still, if you look at the action, like everything is happening, it's very, very. There's some sort of a mystery to this, and everything is very connected. Yeah, so I'm I'm on my way to stopping doing all the intoxicants. I've been doing all kinds of things all my life, and when I quit smoking cigarettes, oh, I was so happy. It was like one of the happiest days of my life when I thought about smoking a cigarette, and then I stopped myself, and I haven't smoked since. And I'm so happy that I stopped. Because it was hard too. I used to smoke also since I was 16, and I quit once when I was 24. I had to spend some time in jail for some bullshit because I was homeless at that time. And jail was like something to get into if you don't want to be outside in the cold. So I was serving some time. And when I got out of jail, um, I picked up a butt from a trash can and I lit it up and it didn't go too good. And I said, not for me. So I quit. Oh, hey, Spider.
Mind if I sit in for a minute?
Oh, please, please. Would you like to sit next to me?
Oh, I'm gonna plunk on the guitar so it stays across. Okay.
Oh,
How you doing? Don't worry, they see enough of me on the weekends.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. So, what's up for today?
Up here, I took 2.5 hours, and this is a long time.
I know. Well,
Also,
I had 3 hours on Saturdays, but the Brent guys got me for the 8 to 9. That's all right. I can do
yeah.
2 hours, but
Uh, what are we singing?
I don't know. My fingers just work by themselves on there.
Ah,
We were just out sitting at hanging out at the fuel and enjoying the sun while it was out. It's gotten a little cloudy, and I seen a couple of raindrops, so decided to come in and hang out with we were gonna chill with the chill master. Yeah,
I have a talk show about art and life,
yeah. Well,
and
art is life. Life is art.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I was like thinking to myself, what am I gonna call this show
Okay.
that
Yeah.
would encompass everything there is?
Right. Yeah. And and we talk and we communicate with each other, and that is an art in itself. Why don't you put
The
on the
art of
headphones?
talking. I'm looking
Oh.
at this thing,
Oh.
and
Okay.
so I'm trying to be
Right.
make
Okay.
it
Yeah. Yeah.
not as
Okay. That's
much,
working.
but I
Yeah.
don't know.
This is usually the microphone I use on the weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my primary,
Ah, okay.
and that works on there. Yeah. It works. It works. It works to good effect, as it were. So, how was your weekend?
I spent it in Chicago.
Oh, really?
It
Oh
was
boy.
wonderful.
Shy,
Yeah.
and you made it back from Chi-Town. Oh,
It's
some
only
people
an hour and a
don't.
half away.
I hate it when that happens, but every once in a while
What?
you get lucky, and you make it back home, right? What
Oh yeah.
was it a good weekend?
It was excellent.
Cool.
I went to this thing up there. It's called Green Fest. Have you
Okay,
heard of it?
vaguely, that's something. The eco folks, ecological type
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
it was big.
and
The
showed
Green
you.
Party and all that.
Oh, okay, and all the new advances in how we're gonna take care of the planet the right way, or like
Uh,
that, or did you just smoke the green?
uh, um, well, I didn't hear all of the lectures up there.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well.
I mean, they had lectures. They had three places where people were talking, and that
Okay. Yeah.
was for
And
2 days. That one
mhm.
there was for
Yeah, they
one
had the
day.
seminars and
Hmm.
the discussion panels. They had that up here about 6 weeks ago,
Oh,
down
that's
at
good.
the Midwest Center.
Okay.
And actually, it was a Green Energy Summit, and this is the way that we are trying to harness wind power and the alternate. Uh,
Like
the
solar
vehicles with
panels
the
and stuff. Yeah.
hydrogen and the electric cars and the solar car that that they got an MSC that runs that race every year, and actually I got to go because I was a student at MATC in my classes. We had it was
Come sit
all
up here.
okay. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
come sit up.
all right.
Yeah.
Turn this one around. Hey, I'm always willing to help out one of the other personalities here on River West Radio. And we're going to have a good time. Okay, all right.
Always a good time.
Always a good time, always. Hey, and no animals are ever harmed in the recording of these videos.
Except for mosquitoes and flies.
Well,
Sometimes.
yeah, those are bugs.
Well, to some people, bugs are also animals. 'Cause,
To
it's
some
like
people,
spiders
they are
good,
bugs.
man.
I know, spiders are very, very helpful.
Yeah, you're a spider.
Damn straight. And I'm a proponent on that. If you got 8 legs, it's just 8 arms to hold you, honey. But besides that, no. Hey, we're all here on this planet together. We all got to work together, right? And that's what everybody seems to forget.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think it's like a video.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
video
hey,
audio. Yeah,
we're
we
both
can
in the
see each
frame here.
other. Yeah, that's,
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm not an on-air personality, but I play one on TV. Well, I play one online. Okay. All right.
yeah,
Yeah.
from I can't tell.
But
From
no,
what
no.
I see Spider is always Spider, and Spider is no
Hey,
ordinary person. He's
no.
a
I'm your
man with a lot of personality.
and I'm your friendly neighborhood superhero. You ask me for help, I will give
Right?
it where it's due. And if you don't, I'm gonna bitch slap you. And there are people that found that out the right way. And I mean it in the best possible sense. But I just want to get your attention and say, hey, come on, we're all in this together, guys. Just like I say, um, life happens, karma ensues, and let's work together on this because it's a lot easier than working at cross purposes. Now, today is election day, and as you can
Oh,
see on the side of my hat here, I voted. Did you?
I didn't.
Uh-oh, why
I
not?
don't vote.
Well, are you allowed to vote?
No.
Oh, okay, well then,
They
okay.
said everybody vote except for you. You're no good.
Yeah, well, no, I'm saying if you don't vote, you can't bitch
Yeah, I
about
don't.
politics, and that's what I tell these folks. Okay, well, if you don't
I
like what's going
bitch
on, you have,
about politics all day long. Cause you know what?
you know,
I'm not a politician. I'm
neither
an
am I.
ordinary person. And I
Yeah.
look at those politicians, and you know what I see?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I can get started in there and you can't
I
stop
see
me
a
on there.
bunch of snakes, man.
Oh, yeah.
And to me, it don't matter whether
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are
That's the
blue
least
or
common
red.
denominator right there. That's the slime underneath my feet, because they're taking advantage of our good nature and our great expectations upon this democracy and this constitution, and they're just rubbing it in the dirt and using it for toilet paper.
Hmm.
I mean, like I say, don't get me started because I won't
Ah.
stop. But I'm going to do it right here and now, saying no. I'm already on record as saying I wanted to bitch slap Scott Walker,
Scott Walker.
but that way everybody looks at me and somebody else can do it in my stead. Okay, all well and good. The boy is not wired right. Why would you sit there and cut and gut everything and sit there and line your pockets? Because you're a greedy little bastard. Well, guess what? We're not. It's almost. We're on the edge of revolution here, guys.
That's the way
And
it feels like.
what's going to happen is just like Socrates said, and he was quoted by Shakespeare. The first thing we do in the revolution is we kill all the lawyers, and most politicians used to be lawyers. So you know who you are. If you ain't Denny Crane, because I love him, everybody else is going to die.
Who's Danny Craig? I don't know.
Boston Public. It was a good
Oh, TV show?
Boston Legal. I'm sorry.
Boston Legal.
Yeah, it was him and James Spader.
What
William
about-
Shatner was Denny Crane.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he played a character. He played a lawyer on TV.
Oh, I think I saw that.
Yeah.
Show.
Mad cow. Yeah, okay, that's his excuse. But
What about-
these
what about the
these folks
president?
here in Madison and in Washington D.C. do not have an excuse for all the stupid shit they're doing.
Yes, they
All they're
do.
doing
They
it
get
is,
paid, my friend.
yeah,
If
that's
when you get paid, what
that-
do you do? You work?
I,
Do you
I
work when you people
Hey,
pay you? Do you do your job well?
yes,
And when you do your job well, you get bonuses, right?
bingo, right? Yeah.
Okay, well they
Why-
get paid and they get bonuses.
Yeah, but they're not working for us.
Well, but
The problem
does
is,
it matter
no.
who they're working for. When
Yeah.
you work, okay, if you work for John,
Put it this
right,
way-
and John says, "Look, Spider, I'm gonna give you $10 to clean up my yard."
Okay, I'll clean up the
And
yard.
and then Bob says, "Hey, Spider, here's $1,000.
Well, don't clean up the yard for $1,000.
Don't clean up Bob's like something.
Well,
this
guess what?
Messed up the yard, and you say, okay, I'll take
No.
the $10 and I'll take $100, and I'm gonna
And
mess up your yard, and
I'm gonna clean it up and then I'm gonna mess
and
it up?
I'm
No.
gonna clean it up and I'll say fuck you.
No, I'm not going to do that because
But that's what they do.
yeah, that's what they're doing, and they're all fighting between themselves. And you know what?
No, they're not.
And they're so
I
worried
don't
about
think so.
it's a one-up system. Okay, I want to be better than you. Guess what? Nobody's better than anybody else, guys. Nobody's better than anybody else because we all wake up in the morning. We always, well, unless you can jump up in the air and put your pants on both legs at the same time, and unless you work for Cirque du Soleil, that shit ain't gonna happen. You put your pants on one leg at a time, and you have to tie your own fucking shoes.
Oh
All right,
yeah, well, not them
if you don't know
boys.
how to do that, I'm gonna push you in front of a bus because all you are is a potential speed bump.
You know, when you hire help to tie your shoes, you're promoting economy.
Well, yeah, everybody needs a job in there. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, you got me on that one to an extent. But if you're
I'm
too
just
dumb to tie your own shoes, what are you doing in charge? You've got the wrong job, right? Come on.
Uh,
Um,
well,
I
somebody
mean,
gotta
hey,
change the
okay, I'm going to use a little sci-fi reference. What happened to Jabba the Hutt? He got so fat he couldn't move, and then well, Princess Leia choked him to death because he needed it. You're a waste on society, and people that sit there, and all we're trying to do is just feed ourselves, stay out of the bad weather, and enjoy the nice weather, and make sure the
What
kids.
nice weather? It's fucking summertime. I'm
Well, no,
freezing
it's
my
still
ass
spring.
off.
It's still spring
For
until
you,
next
it's
month.
spring for me, it's summer.
Yeah, well,
But I'm driving in my car. I'm turning my heat on.
yeah, I know. Well,
Ah,
welcome to Milwaukee. If you don't like the weather, wait 15 minutes. It will change.
like I can't wait till it snows in
You know.
July.
Oh, no, it
Sooner or
hasn't done
later.
that yet, but it has snowed in May.
Has it? Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's sing a song about snow in May. Sometimes it snows in May. Sometimes it snows in May.
I said, go away. I said,
Oh yeah, snow, snow, go away. Snow, we don't want you to come here in May.
okay. Well, that's a new little riff. Well, I was stealing it from a Stray Cats tune,
Stray
but
Cats?
yeah,
Like
but
you
here,
about the cats in the alley, you like listen to them.
yeah.
Meow meow. You're like meow
Yeah. Okay, here.
meow meow meow.
Okay, here's a new little riff that I've been working with. Let's see if we can't sit there and talk over it because it's a walking tune.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a walking tune that we can walk to. We are walking to this tune. Yes, walking tune is good to walk. Walking tune is good to talk. Walking tune is good to
I come up
name.
today and talking with Chili. Talking about something serious. It ain't silly. Talking about politics and the rain. Don't never gonna be the same.
Every day's happening, different from another day, and we are just living in this life of peace and love. Everybody wants to be. Unity is forever. Separate, no we won't. We will come together, yes. We will come as one and be at peace and love. Yeah. So, I went to this green fest and I saw this lady talk, okay? The lady
Okay.
was 65 years old.
Okay, how tall
Look-
was she?
Oh, she was short. She was like 5 feet.
Oh, really? Did she have a flat head?
No, she was either like light skinned black girl
Yeah,
or
but I would say, did she have a flat head? You gotta have
she,
some.
she, no, she was very good looking.
Okay. Oh,
She had
she was
she had
zaftig.
perfect, yeah, she
Zaftig,
was zaftig.
right? Zaftig. That means Rubenesque. That means she had curves.
No, actually, she didn't have too many curves. She had more like muscular curves.
Oh,
This-
more athletic.
Um, no, she just looked good for a 65-year-old.
Hmm.
And
Ooh,
her
an
thing is,
older lady.
her thing was that for 40 years,
Hmm.
she's been raw food advocate.
Okay,
So
so
she don't eat.
she's an advocate of raw food. She
Yeah.
don't. She drinks milk right out of the tit from the cow,
No, that's the whole thing. She the
and she
she
just.
start her lecture was about hour long, and
Hmm.
she started with saying that we as human beings are not designed to drink milk from a cow. And then she went on and talking about all the evils of milk. And you know what?
What?
She really got to me.
She must be lactose intolerant because
It's not about lactose.
uh,
It's about
put it this way: what wakes me up in the morning, I don't care how drunk I get the night
she talks about
before.
coffee. Coffee is bad too. Coffee
Oh,
is bad
hey,
and milk is
breathing is
horrible.
bad. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I'm going to tell you right here now, breathing causes cancer. So, what you hear from Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz and all the rest of these folks, blow it off. I'm here to tell you, okay, a week from tomorrow, I'm going to be 50 years old. I am one of the most healthy little motherfuckers that you can ever meet. But then again, I carry a backpack with 50 pounds in it every day, and I do my miles. But all you got to do, hey, what is it? The trans fats, the no fats, high cholesterol, the low cholesterol. Everybody's trying to sell you something on this stuff, right? So you can take their pill or you eat their certain brand of food. The vegans, the vegetarians, I appreciate that. Okay, well, you don't want to eat red meat? Fine. No problem. Yeah, you're not going to have shit in their colon. But you know what? I like meat. I love bacon. And the thing is, we've been as a species we've been around for a couple million years.
Not
Okay.
according to the scientists.
Well, scientists they that don't get me started on them either. The thing is, okay, hey, I'm doing well. I guess you can call me middle aged right now. I'm healthy.
Yeah, middle age, 50.
And yeah, I do have my vices. I smoke, I drink, and I try and I chase women around.
Do you lose the
I'm a
semen?
guy, okay. Males are that way, but I don't do any of those controlled substances, illegal shit, because that just gets you weird.
Oh, you don't smoke pot?
No, it just makes me go to
Good
sleep.
man, man.
It
You're a
makes me
good
go to
man.
sleep. And anything
I've been
harder
in
than
love with
that,
pot all my life. I'm quitting,
no.
man. I
Um,
quit, and
And
it's
the only pill I
miserable.
take is what the doctor tells me I have to, so I don't have the nightmares, so I can sleep during the night.
Oh, you got nightmares?
Oh yeah, I got PTSD, post traumatic stress.
Or did you go
This,
to war?
let's see.
You don't want to talk about it?
No. I only talk about that with B. That's my psychotherapist.
Uh,
I don't. There's things that I can't tell. There's things that I don't want to tell. I seen some really nasty, crazy shit. Yeah, I was there, Serbia, Bosnia. I
Bosnia.
helped out on that shit. Yeah, they keep
Yeah, I
calling
heard.
me back.
I heard
It's just
about
like,
all
yeah,
that.
and I did shit before then.
How you doing? You wanna join in the fun?
Hey, Garrett, come on up. This is Chilean friends.
We need to reverse the mic.
Here, you can get this one
I
over.
don't think we've met my friend. There's a new person coming in the
This is
town.
Garrett.
we have.
He's one of the other
Hi.
TP mates. He was one of the guys that helped us with the
Oh
Occupy.
yeah, I think I've
Yeah.
met you once, twice. Have a seat.
DZ in the house.
Mike
Not much.
Dizzy, he be cheesy for taking it easy.
Oh, mine? All right.
Staying
So which one,
easy.
Andy or John?
Sit
Oh,
down,
you want me to write mine on?
spit-
Okay.
Spit some.
Come on, hey, DZ.
Mike,
Yo,
Mike
yo,
Dizzy.
yo,
Mike
what's
DZ in
happening?
the house.
What's really good? What's really happening? What is really up? You know what I'm saying? Cold, cooling out, the place to be. It's your MC, Mike Deasy. In full effect, Check it out. Hey, yo, I spit a rhyme like this and get it in. My capture of my rapture will begin Put fools on the shock value, they had to spend. Then the next thing you know, I'm right back at it again. So am Kazam, then blam slam like Sam. I am your whole style of Sam. Throw you the can of spam. My aim ramming stuff. Talk like he's spitting tough. People calling you bluff because you didn't come with enough. I'm real hip hop, clacking like TikToks. You wearing skirts like a girl walking with flip flops. Let's do it, brother. Mike D to discover other brothers putting it down as music lovers. Ha ha.
Hey.
What's up, man? What's happening?
And they
Never
walk
call you Dizzy
down
for nothing.
Hollywood
Chili
Boulevard.
chill, what's happening, my man? What he really do, brother? Oh yeah, Spider
am
Mike in the
perpetrating-
house.
Hey,
Spider Mike.
fraud.
it worked.
Getting it in all day.
Okay, first episode of Dress to the Nines
Alright.
will be 2 weeks from Saturday. Yeah, that would be Memorial Weekend.
Oh, you play?
Yeah, I've got the first episode in the can,
Okay.
and we start on Thursday. We start rehearsals, and the biggest thing that we need is somebody got an old typewriter. I need that for my
Oh, you
for
know
my
what?
for my
that
sound
one, I
effects
don't know,
girl.
man.
Somebody.
I wish I knew, but I just don't right now. At the
Yeah,
moment.
that and the telephone. Those are the two
Oh,
big things that I can't find because we're gonna have to. We're gonna record this live. We don't
Okay.
have enough room up here in the booth to sit there
Alright.
and have 10 people
Yeah.
do it live. But I'm gonna
Okay.
record it live, and then I'll
That'd be
and
dope.
then
That'd
I'll
be dope.
download it.
Why not
Word.
record
On.
sound effects like, and then you can.
No,
do
no,
it.
I want the sound effects while the people are talking. But I've got 10 actors. I can't
so
put
it's
them all
like-
in this
yeah.
little
You got
house
10,
here.
Yeah.
10 actors and just.
I got
half
10
an hour
characters
thing?
in a 20-minute in a 20-minute episode.
Oh wow.
Word.
Yeah,
word.
it's gonna go good because there's a lot of cuts back and forth,
Mhm.
and that way everybody gets to know the major players, in the drama.
What is
And,
the drama gonna be about?
It's called Dress to the Nine. It's a murder in River West. It's like a 40s detective noir murder
You would
mystery.
call it that and all that.
But it's gonna be contemporary as it's gonna be set in modern day River West right here. There are a lot.
Okay.
There are most of the characters are gonna be somebody or like somebody in the neighborhood. And there are going to be references and all the pop culture stuff is all thrown in. All the puns are intended.
Okay.
And let's see if you guys can get the subtle humor, and some of it is kind of broad, so we can
Right.
give everybody a chuckle,
Right.
knuckle, chuckle.
Knuckle, chuckle, chuckle.
Yeah, and
Word.
and I even toned down the language so even the kids can listen because
Right.
one of my actors is only 7 years old.
Oh,
So
Oh.
it goes the gamut from there to
you don't want to teach kids the bad stuff.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we say frickin' instead of and
Freaking, I don't even like
it's
that.
it's
Let's
monkey
just-
it's
It's a
monkey
better way
dunkers
to-
and it's
yeah.
monkey dunkers and you know what I'm saying on there.
Monkey
How about
dunkers.
bucking? Bucking
Like,
instead-
you know,
bucking instead of
monkey
freaking.
dunkers.
Well, friggin'.
When people say freaking, they can understand it means. fuck.
Yeah, well,
Some
yeah,
mother-
well, and that's why I
Mother
say
dunkers.
it's monkey dunkers.
Monkey dunkers.
Yeah, you
Right.
monkey dunker.
I like
Yeah.
that.
I like it too. I think I wrote with
You
that.
monkey
I'm-
dunking some of my gun. She did.
Monkey
She
dunkers.
did. Okay, yes.
I'm gonna use
Yeah,
that.
there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm-
actually,
I'm
actually,
working
actually,
on
that's
that.
good. Oh, and by the end of the week, one of my new segments on my Saturday night show is going to be called Travels with Barney.
Huh?
Charles and Barney.
Everybody know.
Not the purple
Every,
dinosaur,
every,
I hope.
no. Everybody knows our Barney. He was a roadie for a lot of punk bands. He's been in London, Amsterdam, and such. And he's going to come in and chat. And we have a little. We got ourselves a little business we're starting up. We're going to start selling buttons,
Like the.
like the one on my hat. You know,
Okay.
the buttons you pin on.
That kinda
Bumper
seem
stickers
from-
and
yeah.
T-shirts. And
That kind of
Stickers,
seemed
bumper
familiar
stickers,
to
yeah.
some buttons that my
well,
guy Paul be doing.
things
Yeah.
from like one of There's one. It's just called jocularity, because that's the word I use, during my broadcast on Saturday.
Jocularity?
Jocularity,
Jock or jog?
jocularity, Jock, jocularity, jocularity.
Oh.
I think I'm digging that one.
yeah, and it's to have
Most
fun.
definitely.
Jocularity, and it's a positive thing, and that's what we do. Besides having the live music,
Right.
we have jocularity, bad jokes, and
Yeah.
it's like a catchphrase. Okay,
Ah.
and
Jocularity is here.
So
Like,
everything
oh yeah,
catchy pretty
jocularity is a
much,
good
right?
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I'm
so is
digging that.
Jeopardy. And I gotta head down there in about
How
about
about
45
Jeopardy?
minutes.
Right.
Mhm.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and so yeah, those will be for sale coming around the weekend. Stop and get yours, and pick up your River West radio button.
Oh,
And
most definitely. You got to get
and
that.
because this is just my idea for a logo, but nobody else has brought them up. Well, we might as well. If you buy them, we'll put this will be just like Channel 10. This will be your donation to help this radio station keep going on.
Right.
Oh, that's
Okay,
You
because
nice.
gotta, you gotta have it going
everything
on, man.
that
this
that
is
you
where it's
spend
at.
with this is River West Radio will go back into what we're doing
Yeah, if
and
we
help us
get about
upgrade. And
$600, I think that's how much it
okay, so
costs
that
for
means we gotta sell
FCC
600 button
license.
Yeah.
skits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
yeah, hey,
We'll
Can't
be
miss
able
it.
to
if we can get
play
that
music
license, we
and
gotta pay. We gotta pay for the
we're gonna
license, and then we'll
go
be
fully
in your
legit.
car, in your house, in your bathroom, in your ear, on your
Everywhere.
MP3, and that's what we need to be because
All
we want to
over.
be here. This is community radio at its best,
Oh, most definitely, man.
and
At
come
its
on,
That's what
best,
and
the
we ain't
best
gonna take
episode.
we ain't
I
gonna take a
believe.
rest, are we, Joe?
Right.
Well,
Well, okay, you gotta take a
Well.
nap every once in a while.
I'm thinking about community movie studio, not movie studio, community like television studio.
Okay, yeah.
Like make it
Well,
into a
technically,
television,
actually, that's what we're doing right
Okay.
now. But we're doing community TV
Hey,
across
chill, man.
the
That
globe.
kind of sounds
Right,
dope to
but
me.
we
What
need
you was
money
just talking
to
about.
make it more legit. For some have nicer
Okay.
cameras.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And,
We are a non-for-profit. Hey, donations and pledges are encouraged, but they're not.
And they're tax
Oh,
deductible yet, or
yeah.
we're not. We don't have an official
Hey,
title.
I got a
18 or whatever. Hey kid, you wanna
I
say
got a
few words on
fishbowl.
the
If you
radio?
if you want to
Come on.
if,
No?
if you want to
Go
put
ahead.
some money in the bowl, put some money in the ante, we'll be glad to take it, and we will make
Hey.
sure that it goes to the right persons.
Most definitely.
You know.
What's
Most
this for?
here.
definitely.
That's for contact info
Oh.
for this wonderful.
Well, y'all. Seem like Mike Deasy has to hit the road. So. you know
Okay,
what I'm
well, yeah,
saying?
okay, you still got. Well, the sun's back out, so it's
Oh, yeah, most
applicable for you
definitely.
to have your sunglasses on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wear
Perfect
my
timing.
sunglasses at night.
Perfect timing. Oh yeah.
Sing us a song, Mr. Guitar Man. Sing us a song right now, or else you can just hit the sack and go away. Cause what's the use of playing guitar without a song? Like
that
this,
right.
hit it. Hey, 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 hey.
Trailers for sale or rent. Rooms are let 50 cents.
Go ahead.
No phone, no poo, no pets, but
Right.
I ain't got no cigarettes,
That's
but
right.
2 hours of pushing broom buys a 8x12 4-bedroom.
Uh-huh.
Man of means by no means, king of the road.
Hey!
Smoke those stogies that I have found. Short, but not too big around.
That's right.
Got a worn out suit and shoes, but I don't pay no union dues. I know every engineer on every train, all the numbers and all the names,
That's right.
all the handouts all over town, and every lock that ain't locked when no one's around.
Go ahead.
Trailers for sale or rent. Rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets, but
Uh-huh.
Ain't got
No
no
cigarette.
Oh,
This is a
third boxcar, northbound train,
That's right.
destination Bangor, Maine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a man of means by no means. Hey, Mikey, king of the road, king of the road.
That's right.
All right, Club Mikey on
Yes,
that one.
indeed. Yes,
Spider Mikey and the
indeed.
Mikey D's.
Yeah.
Okay,
In the
we.
meantime,
Spider, hold
out
on a
of here
second.
like
We got
Splatter
two
Hill
guests.
Prison.
Oh, okay.
They are
All right.
high school students.
Oh,
All right.
cool. All right, we got the
Easy,
school
take
kids
it
coming in.
easy.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna
We're
please,
gonna-
ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Imani.
Imani.
All right.
And Imani is gonna talk about her high school experiences. What's high school like? Where you go? Which high school you go to?
Oh, I go to Riverside.
Riverside?
Uh-huh.
Is it nice?
Yeah, it's really nice.
You guys study hard or just hardly studying?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Are you in any extracurricular activities?
Yeah, I play softball.
Oh, a softball player. Oh, okay. We got an athlete here. Okay. Any Olympic aspirations?
Yeah, I would like to play for an America team.
Oh,
Cause
cool.
since
Well,
you
that's-
can't like really go pro with softball.
Well, I know, yeah, but that's you go to college and you go to the Olympics and then,
Yeah.
got anything else besides that? Still there, girl.
I'm in choir.
Oh, cool. You're a singer.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You
Watch
sing,
out.
what kind of music do you sing?
I
Gospel?
like a
most?
lot of music. No.
Can you sing anything? What kind of songs do you know? Because he plays guitar and then he can play guitar, he can sing.
I don't know. I don't
Know
know
anything?
anything. Yeah,
Pick it up
but
as you go
Hold on,
along.
hold
I
on.
usually do.
okay.
Oh yeah, that's the fun.
Sitting here, making up a song as I go. He's sitting here, playing the guitar for me now. My name is Imani. I go to Riverside. I'm a senior, and I don't know what else to sing.
Sing about anything you want. Sing about the sky and the clouds that flow by.
That was good.
Gonna take a freight train down to the station, Lord. I don't care where it goes. Gonna climb a mountain, highest mountain, no. Jump up, nobody gonna know. Can't you see? Can't you see? What that woman been doing to me?
Cool. Come on, hang out or tell about what woman? Oh man, let me talk to her. 'Cause if she's bothering you, man, let me talk to that woman. I will set this up, say, so what I do, I'm like a peacemaker. If this woman's been bothering my friend Spider Mike out here, let me talk to her and settle everything. Cause if she's bothering you, she won't bother you no more.
It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining bright. A beautiful day. Everything is going alright. It's a beautiful day. I'm walking through. It's a beautiful day to be with you. Thank you. I gotta go. Thanks.
I like that. Yes.
You're not gonna sing no more.
I gotta go.
She'll be back next week with a new song because I'll have a new riff.
She got a pretty voice.
Thank you,
does
see,
she?
and you guys found that all the
What
way
you
up
think,
from out
young
there.
ladies? You
Who's
probably
next?
practice sound just that good.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think we got us.
Yeah.
What? We've got everything we need. People walking down the street, they're just being good citizens. They're just good people. Because people are good. Everybody got a story to share. Everybody got a song to sing.
And that's the great thing about this neighborhood. And that's the great thing about life, because everybody's got a story to share. Everybody's got a song to sing. All we got to do is just help you bring it out. She's got a pretty voice. I hope she comes back and she sings a little bit more next time.
Well, I didn't get her information, so it's gonna be hard for me to contact her. But if she walks by up here next Tuesday, maybe she'll stop by.
Well, there's another week and a half of school, so we'll see her. And I do hang out at Fuel from time to time. So I think we, and with the weather getting better, I'm sure we shall meet again. And she enjoyed that, so I think she'll be back.
But the most beautiful thing about this world, this River West, just this world in general, is that, you know what? This girl, she walked by and she got a beautiful voice, and then she can go away and we'll never see her again. But you know what?
But, hey,
there'll be somebody else.
Right.
There'll
And not only
always be
that,
somebody
in our
else.
memories and also archived, we had that beautiful voice recorded. So we could be part of the start to her music career. I was sitting chilly on a Tuesday afternoon. We was just kind of chilling. And I can't remember. Okay, well.
And I forgot the tune. And the tune.
Now he reminded me. We got back on track. See, we're doing this sober. We don't need no crack.
Crack is wet. Stay off drugs. Liberate your mind. Be happy.
Drink beer. Okay, hey, we're having fun with this. Okay, we just make them up as we go along. This is kind of freeform.
Life is freeform. If you make
Yeah,
it
okay, so see, this is just another example of how you can sit there and go through life and have a good time with it.
You don't need to make plans, you just gotta go with the flow, and where it ends up, only the Lord knows. But the Lord is a good Lord, and the Lord does not lie. So we just gotta jam our music and speak our minds. Hey, you ever heard about this song called the Holy Song, the Song of God? It's called Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita. Have you heard of it?
Huh? I got no clue on that.
All right, here we go. Before you start playing music again, we I do this thing up here at the show. The show is kind of long, you know.
Yeah, okay.
I do a little bit pieces of here and there.
Oh, yeah, you showed me this last week, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I read parts of it, and then we talk about it.
Okay.
So last week we were reading the fourth chapter.
Okay.
It's called Knowledge.
Oh, knowledge is power, and trust me, you can never quit learning till the day you die. And the last thing you're gonna learn is, well, you tell me.
So I'm gonna read some stuff, right, from this book,
Okay.
and I'd like you to say what you think about it.
Oh,
What does it
my
mean to you?
interpretation of
Your
your
interpretation,
reading?
yes.
Okay, sure.
Well, not my reading, the book.
Well, yeah, you're reading of the book. Okay.
This book.
Can
is
I
like-
take a time out to the necessary really quick?
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I'll be
Well,
right back.
you don't have to say tell everybody that
Well,
you
hey,
gotta.
shh. Okay, well, that's why I call it the necessary. All
Necessary.
right, I'll be right back. Okay,
All right.
entertain them for about 2 minutes.
Well, Mike Spider is going taking care of his private business. I'm gonna talk about what I've learned this Saturday at the Green Fest in Chicago. Hmm. I heard this lady speak about raw food, and she made a lot of sense because she was speaking scientifically and logically, and her main thing was is that human beings is the only beings on the planet that eat cooked food, and we also drink other beings milk, which is like secretions from animals, and apparently these secretions, the milk from animals, is not good for us because it leaves uh, some kind of mucus in our internal organs, and the more we drink, the mucus builds up, and everything else is also builds this toxicity. So she was talking about the evils of coffee and meat, and she was even talking about air. Like Mike, he said, "Oh, air causes cancer. Don't breathe air." And she did mention that in this world that we live in, we get a lot of toxins from air, and she trying to keep her being her body pure. She, even though it is already very clean and purified, as she abstains from milk and all the negative things, it still accumulates toxicity through the things that she touches and breathes. So she goes through detoxes 4 times a year. You know what? I wish I could do that. I wish I could be like her. Because the lady was so happy. She was 65, looking about 35. Well, she had some wrinkles, so I'll say 45. But still, she was very youthful looking, and even though her face did show that she wasn't a young gal, her body did not. She had a really, really nice, not wrinkly, firm, petite body. She was looking good. And she was extremely happy, energetic, and logical. She did not make one mistake in her speech. Her speech was flawless, which is really amazing because we as human beings um, say stuff like and oh, you know, eh, and all kinds of what's called parasitic words and parasitic sounds that kind of creep in into our speech. Oh, thank you. And that lady, she was flawless. So I really respect that. Her mind was really clear, and she knew her thing well, too well, because she was so convincing. She made a lot of sense. And I wish I could memorize her speech and give it to you, because it was good. She really made me think about who I am and what is it I eat. Because, we are what we eat. And it's a good saying, it's a good idea that our body is a temple. So, what better way to worship that which is divine in us but to but to be good to ourselves
Hmm.
and take care of who we are.
Always take care of ourselves and then take care of others as we would take care of ourselves.
Sometimes people are messages, and then they're
Narcissistic? Narcissistic? Yeah.
narcissistic. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, don't,
Yeah.
if you're
After me, no, I
narcissistic,
don't
don't
want.
do the
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Narcissists they suck because you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a rotten apple in everybody.
Oh yeah. Well, put it this way. If their ego's that big, okay, you can take care of yourself. We'll watch you, but we'll keep an eye on you anyway because we're not that way. And I want to help you out. I want to help her out. I want to help him out. When you get in this, it's you know when you're in it for number one, okay, you're gonna be the only one pretty soon, guys, and that's the way it goes. If you don't help out you, him, her, and all your friends, all the people that are in in your life, you're gonna end up alone. And people that end up alone, well, you did it to yourselves.
Tell you this thing,
Because
man.
the majority of people will sit there and are willing to help out everybody else. I still believe that.
People are communal creatures.
Yeah, and yeah, they are social. They are social. They and let's see, Miss Hillary, back when she was first lady, she
Who?
sat there and she wrote this
Hillary.
book called "It Takes
Good.
a Village to Raise a Child," and she didn't just make
You
this
should read
up.
the book.
She wrote the book and she used that as the title, but this is something that people have known for thousands and thousands of years. Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something that you might not like. My kid, man. I don't want the village to raise my kid, brother.
Okay.
I don't want to take my kid to public school, my friend. I don't want my kid to talk around.
So
talk
you
around.
just don't like the village you're in.
No, man. I don't like any village. I want to take my kid, man, and take the kid to the mountains
Mm-hmm.
and teach my kid what's really going on.
Right.
So then when
Well,
she
so,
comes
so
back,
well, I
mountains
will, I
will
will
be,
teach
you
this,
know.
but okay,
She won't be.
okay,
she'll be
I know,
polluted.
I know, I can understand why you're doing this because of the villages nowadays. Yeah, are kind of suspect.
Yeah,
But back when I was okay, back when I was the kid's age. Okay, the storekeeper at the corner, um, the folks up the block, across the alley, my teachers, everybody was okay. Hey, Mike, how you doing? And you shouldn't do this. And they would keep an eye out for you and give you a clue. Hey, just a little bit of advice. Don't do something like this. Okay.
Was you a bad kid?
Huh?
Was you a bad kid? Got a lot of
Well,
trouble.
let's see. I wasn't quite an instigator, but I was willful, shall we say? And they said, Mike, you don't want to do that. Well, I'm gonna try it anyways. Okay. And then when I bounced and said, okay, yeah, okay, you guys were right, and I learned very quickly, hey, take their advice because this is kind of dumb, guys, and that's the only reason I'm still here today is because I took the advice of my neighbors and my elders, and hey, put it this way. You realize why they're this old? They made it through there and they figured it out. Okay, you want to make the same mistakes just because you're a smart ass? Fine. Okay, go ahead. I'll say the same thing too, but we're trying to make it just a little bit easier on you guys. But come on, it always boils down to the basics. Treat others as you would like to be treated yourself, and always try and look at life positively. Because it is kind of fragile and you don't know when it's going to turn off.
Exactly. You better enjoy every day, but
Yeah.
when you're feeling shitty,
Hmm.
when you're feeling like shitty, you ever felt bad,
Oh, trust me. Yeah.
depressed,
Hmm.
like
Wow.
really down, when nothing happens. You know, you see.
When you think
We
everything's
see a
going
lady
wrong.
falling on the street, and you're not like, you know,
Yeah.
like, you see some guy falling on the street on his buttons too nice,
Yeah,
and,
it's
and
like,
it's not even
dude.
funny to you. It's like, what happened?
It's like, dude,
I'm
oh,
not
hey,
mean.
let me help you out. Yeah, it's like, okay,
It's
yo.
just-
Well, humor is cruel. Yeah, you're gonna chuckle.
Yeah, but
Oh,
no, I'm
dude.
talking about when you're sad.
Mhm.
What do you do then? How do you enjoy life when you're sad? You got a clue?
Yeah, cause see, me and Miss B, she's my therapist. I talk with her every week, and we talk through things like this. And the thing is, you always got to remember. Okay, it doesn't matter how bad it gets. You know, the weather, Mother Nature can be against you, and everybody is gonna call you these bad things. And this, but as long as you believe inside, hey, I'm a good person and I matter. I'm here for a reason. They just don't seem to catch it right now. You know, never give up.
But what if you like say, you know, you want to get to the other side of the world and you start digging a hole? And you dig and dig and dig.
Oh, going to China, digging to China.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, okay, have fun on that one. Hey, I got a better way, but you know, some folks are more stubborn than others, and you know, give them a little lead, and when they sit there and say, and they say, damn, it's gonna take a long time. Say, hey, I got another option. You want to check it out? You know, but in the end, be open to new ideas, and that's all we're asking, right?
Okay, I'm gonna go, Michael. Listen.
Okay,
wait,
now
wait.
yeah, you were gonna sit there and read.
I'm not gonna sit here and read right now.
Hmm.
Right now, I'm gonna go get me some coffee, and you're gonna read.
Okay,
Okay?
so I have to
And-
do it in your accent.
What? You know, if you want to, if you
Okay,
want to speak
I can
in
do
an
that
accent,
because
you know,
this is
yeah.
just another. This is just another talent we have. You know what I'm saying? Tavares. Ooh, I need another Hall's cough drop. If anybody's got one, drop it by.
We're gonna go back a little bit with a special occasion and read the second chapter called the second teaching.
Okay,
And
it's
Mike Spider is gonna read it.
philosophy.
Okay, what you do is you read some, you know,
Right,
four-liners.
right. You
And then
one
you talk
stanza
about it.
and
Yeah,
talk
you read
about
a
it.
stanza, you talk about it, read another stanza, read a few stanzas if you talk
Yeah.
about it. You know, make your mind. I'll be
Okay.
back in 5 minutes. Give me some coffee.
Okay, well, okay. Chili gonna take a break. Now you're hanging out with Spider Mike.
Just
And,
no music.
and-
I got guitar.
Yeah. All right, and this is the second teaching. It's about philosophy and spiritual discipline. Sanjaya. Arjuna sat dejected, filled with pity, his sad eyes blurred by tears. Krishna gave him counsel. Okay, now we gotta talk about this. Somebody's feeling bad, and Krishna, God, the cosmic muffin, whichever way you want to talk about it. Somebody sat there and it might be your conscience. It might be something else. That gave him counsel. Make you think. Okay, you're sad. It's you know it happens. Everybody's sad. I'm sad 6 or 7 times a day. We get over it though. Okay, we have to get over it because you're not productive. You're not a part of this dynamic that we call life. Period. Okay, you know the manic depressives and the suicides are people that just give up. You never give up. Never give up until your dying day, because obviously we are all born to die, and that might sound a little morbid, but that's life. That's the circle of life. Sort of like Hey Kids, the Lion King, but do not go quietly. Do not back down. Okay. always, and remember, it's always aspire to greater heights. Okay, and now, Lord Krishna, why this cowardice in time of crisis, Arjuna? The coward is ignoble, shameful, foreign to the ways of heaven. Don't yield to impotence. It is unnatural in you. Banish this petty weakness from your heart. Rise to the fight, Arjuna. Okay, kind of, sort of what, let's reiterate what we just talked about. Yeah, yeah, cowardice is a bad thing, but it is a human failing, and it is something that you will feel, but you have to fight against it. That is a negative emotion. That's negative way of thinking. We have to think positive, and that's why he says, "Don't yield to impotence. It is unnatural in you." Yeah, the the natural way of any folk, any being. I don't care if you're what am I trying to say? If you're a mosquito, if you're a mouse, if you're a man, if you're a woolly mammoth, everybody wants to survive, and you should do that. Never give up. Never surrender. We want to be we want to be alive as long as we can. We are not immortal, but we try to be. We aspire to that. And oh boy, and especially when we see pretty girls like that walk by me, yeah, I can aspire a little bit easier that way. Okay. And Arjuna, Krishna, how can I fight against Bhishma and Drona with arrows when they deserve my worship? It is better in this world to beg for scraps of food than to eat meals smeared with the blood of elders I killed, at the height of their power, while their goals were still desires.
Everything's good?
So far, so good.
Alright, you like the book? Okay, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Take care.
We don't know which weight is worse to bear, our conquering them or their conquering us. We will not want to live if we kill the sons of the Rishtashra assembled before us. The flawed pity blights my very being. Conflicting sacred duties confound my reason. I ask you to tell me decisively, which is better? I am your pupil. Teach me what I seek. I see nothing that could drive away the grief that withers my senses. Even if I won kingdoms of unrivaled wealth on earth and sovereignty over gods. Okay, and guess what? This is what we deal with every day when we get up. And like I usually do when somebody asks me, "Hey, Spider, how you doing?" I says, "I'm vertical and sucking air, and that's half the battle." Yeah, and I still said it in those terms. Half the battle is just getting awake and loving the fact that you're alive. After that, everything else is downhill. It's so easy. People that don't get that are the ones that you have to sit there and it's like a minefield. You have to sit there and make sure that you got to make sure that you got enough positive energy in you, because karma does ensue. I believe in the yin and the yang, and yeah, there's that negative shit out there, the negative waves, Moriarty, that sit there and enters the issue and tries to make you think bad. But if you want to have a good life, it's very, very simple. Believe that you can. And after you believe that you can, act on that and say, I want to do this, I'm going to do this. And then Do it. All right, guys. Hey, I've been doing it for, well, next week 50 years, and people thought I was crazy. I was voted the least likely to graduate because I was the least likely to be alive, and two thirds of my two-thirds of my graduating class are, I'm sorry to say, um, taking a dirt nap, and I'm still rocking and rolling. I believe in the power of people. I believe in the power of goodness, and I believe it's about time for Chili to come back. And no, I also believe that everybody, hey, just like Casey Kasem and Dick Clark, reach for the stars, have a good time. Um, when you're positive, and when you have a goal in sight and you want to create something, creativity and rebirth. That's what makes this world keep going round.
You got enough of a book?
Oh, yeah, I'm on my own little message here. So everybody
That's what it's
remember,
about.
yeah, everybody remember. Like I do, I have a positive mental attitude, and like I say at the end of every broadcast on Saturday night, life happens, karma ensues, and so I make it a positive one. Okay, we already have enough negative stuff we have to take care of and move out of the way. So
Well, to tell you the truth, negativity is
unfortunately.
necessary.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
necessary.
it's a necessary evil. Yeah, the negative waves have to be there so we can differentiate between the positive things going and the bad things going. There's been a lot, and the pendulum has been swinging to the negative side lately. You know, well, in national and global scale. Okay, it's about time for things to get better, but it can only get better if we will it that way.
That is
We
absolutely
have
true.
we have to get our positive waves and our positive ideas and our positive uh,
Vibes.
creative juices
Mm.
working. Okay, so this time we're going to push the ball over that way, and it's going to take a lot longer before it comes back. But but this time, guys, and I'm going to be here. We're going to be ready for when the bullshit comes again.
I tell you this, Mike. You know how uh, positive is positive, right?
Yeah. All
And negative is negative.
right. Yeah, there are two sides of the same coin.
Peace is positive,
Yes.
and war is negative, right?
Most of the time.
When does war can be a positive thing?
Well, if it's a war on cancer, if it's a war on drugs, if it's a war on um,
Speaking of
that's
cancer,
that.
they've got the recipe. They've got the cure for cancer. There
But they
is
won't let it
bunch
out.
of it. No, they won't.
Okay, see, and that's what we're
Ah,
talking about. Yeah.
talk about
Now that's one time
negativity.
that okay, well, yeah, you want a negative effect on something, yeah, so it balances out. Um,
But
just
if you
like
talk about
the laws
negativity,
of
what is the
thermodynamics, they that's why it all balances out, just like the scales. But what if the universe doesn't really work like that? You're going to have one. See, if you get static and everything's there, it's you cannot have total utopia because that way everything just kind of gets stagnant and
I saw this movie. It's a Brazilian movie, I think.
hmm
I think it's called Columbo. I think it's called Columbo, and in it's about a slave revolt. Slaves
oh yeah.
revolted in South America.
hmm
Before there was all these colonizations of Northern America. There
Yeah.
was the
Yeah, like
conquistadors
this,
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
the Spanish.
Yeah.
We're down there in South America.
So,
After they
and
hit
this
the
basically
Incas
is
and
a true story. And what happened is that, well, there was a slave revolt, and a bunch of white settlers, they joined the slaves because
hmm
they felt they felt that it was
yeah,
good.
yeah, that's the
And the
side we should be
Indians, and
on.
the black people, the native people and some white people.
Yeah.
They were all together and they were
Yeah,
just
and
conquering. They spread it so fast wherever they went. People joined
Yeah.
them and they liberated most of the South America from the
From the
colonizers.
conquistadors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what
From the
happened
Spaniards
afterwards
who
is
were
that
bastards back then. Yeah.
they settled down and they said, okay, now we made our place, we liberated it, now we can live in peace.
Hmm.
And the way it was shown in the movie, that it was really like harmony, that people really got along together.
Oh, yeah,
And when
and-
they didn't get along together with a little petty stuff, how people always
Oh, yeah,
says
well,
petty
yeah.
things,
There's
they
a-
had wise and judge rulers and judges who were
So, yeah,
compassionate and
Right. Sort
You
of
know,
like sort of
and
like this
Luther was prevailing.
sort of like this democracy thing that we've been trying to work out for about 275 years.
Democracy does not work.
Duh.
It never
we're seeing that
did.
right now. Communism
monarchy.
didn't work there, but communism fell apart a lot quicker because people get tired of being told what to do. Now, okay, if you have, what do we do? That takes a little longer, but now, okay, we've got these folks on there. We're going to tell you what to do because you haven't answered that.
But people are ignorant folk usually, you know. People
Well,
don't
they're
know what to
well.
do.
Put it this
And
way:
whatever they want,
these
sometimes
guys
they
have been
make you-
sneaking in and being. This is why you have this ignorance because, some people don't want to learn. And but if you don't want to learn, then just like I say here, if you didn't vote, you can't bitch about this because if you don't pick your leaders, you can't bitch about them.
Someone picked Walker.
Not me. And I was the first one in. I had number 1 over there at Riverview.
When is there gonna be a result? Do you know?
Oh, the polls close at 8 tonight, and we will find out by the 9 o'clock hour. I'm sure Channel 6 will sit there and find out who will be the Republican and Democratic front runners for the June election. This is just a
So
primary.
this is primary.
This is just a
Oh.
primary. And okay, and I'm not going to be a big prognosticator, and I don't have any psychic powers, but yeah, the Republicans, I think they're still going to have Walker up there because
I
but
drive around countryside and I see a lot of Walker signs. In the country, Wisconsin country, people love Walker. They know.
Well,
And
no,
there's more
they-
people
no.
outside of the city than inside.
trust me, just because they're putting signs out front, don't mean they're going to vote for them.
Then again, Wisconsin is a big KKK. I just found out the other day we have a big clan in Wisconsin, like major. I'm like, Wisconsin KKK? What?
Oh
I thought it was like
we are one of the most notorious, but overlooked notorious states in the country. We've done some good and bad in every major conflict, every major upheaval, and the wars. But if you want to look for it, you want to talk about statistically being good and bad. We are in the Midwest. I mean, and this is
hey,
come on, we got Ed Gein.
who?
You know, who is the guy? Who is the? He used to dance in the moonlight wearing a woman's breasts.
I
Seriously.
thought that was one of our presidents, like Roosevelt.
No. It's Ed Gein.
Oh no! It was the war president. Who was the war president? Hoover, I think. He used to be a cross-dresser.
Oh no, that was J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the head of the FBI.
Well,
Not Herbert Hoover, J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't wear the women's dress. He wore the woman herself. He was a grave robber.
Grave robber.
Yeah, and he tanned her. He took her skin off and her titties off and made it into a vest.
What?
Yeah. And
Ah!
okay. You remember the movie Psycho?
Yeah.
That was inspired by Ed Gein.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah.
Yeah. He from Wisconsin.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we got a fair share of serial killers.
Yeah.
What I hear, there is at least 3 or 4 serial killers in every major city at any given time. I saw a Time magazine a couple of years back where they had uh, article about serial killers in America. Yo, this kid, he kills like 50 people. This dog, he kills like 100 people. This other kills 70 people. And I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of people. And now, what we hear about, oh, somebody kills 3 people, and everybody talks about them, and they talk about them for years and years, and they make movies about them, people. But when it comes to real monsters, like when people kill hundreds, we don't hear that. We don't hear that. And that's what's really scary in America. The media blackout of the important things like $10 trillion given away to foreign banks. $10 trillion. That's bigger than our national deficit. That's given away to the foreign banks. Excuse me? What? Did something happen? Well, how come no one talks about it? How come no one knows about it? Oh, a few people know about it, but are they being heard? I don't think so. If $10 trillion were divided amongst American people, everybody would get 50 G's.
Yeah.
You know what would do with that to
And
America?
what would everybody do with 50 grand? I'm gonna buy me a Corvette.
I
and
would.
Harley.
I will buy me a Harley. And I will learn how to ride it, and I'll still have me a bunch of money in my pocket.
Yeah, but if we all had that, okay, Harleys would be like about $600 back when my great grandpa sat there and bought that Ford Model A. Because if we distributed wealth that way, we wouldn't have any inflation because everybody would be the same. Back when we started 275 odd years ago, and we were sitting there and just living off the land. So, yeah, the thing is,
I would
there's
battle
been
drugs,
there
man.
we
I would battle diseases, man. You take $10 million, man. You can change the world into a beautiful, beautiful place.
yeah.
But what
Well-
they do, they give it away to bankers.
Put it this way, I already got $10 million, and it's because I got these facts and these skills in my head and in my hands. Okay, and I don't need to be paid for those. Just feed me. Feed me and keep me dry and wash my clothes. And I will help you out any way I can. I'll show you how to do something you don't know. I can sit there, I can fix something that's broken, and whether it be your leg or
broken legs?
yeah. Dude, yeah, I noticed it, Moans. I know how to stitch.
I got a broken head.
Okay, well that's
I
why
got
I got
broken
that's why I got a girl that I talk to every week, and she might be able to help you.
No, I don't.
And
talk to
if I can't help
girls.
you myself, I can
About
tell
that stuff.
I can introduce you to somebody that might be able to help out on that. But now let's go back to the barter system. I'm going to trade you my skills. I can draw a pretty picture
Barter
if you sit there and if you can cook me a meal. You know what's wrong with that?
I'm
Not a
hungry.
damn thing, right? Think about it.
Our ancestors, that's all they did was barter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and
And
it's,
now we got barter, we got like money.
yeah,
you know,
it's,
we
yeah.
changed
Well,
money
no.
is,
It's gone. It's okay. We still get to spend these little pieces of paper and that, but it's most of it's all electronic, and I promise. All it is your word against somebody else's. It's what it all boils down to.
My word is my honor.
Right. So is mine. Okay. So
But
I'll
some
do this
people are
for
not
you.
honorable, huh?
That's right, because everybody says, well, okay, I got all your honors, so get offer. Okay, well, give me an offer, and then I'll get honor. Well, no, that goes into a bad joke. But my point is being, okay, hey, let's cut out the euro, let's cut out the dollar, let's cut out the ruble, let's cut out the Deutschmark, let's cut out the yen and the sen and the peso and the peseta and the krona and all this, and say, okay, hey, how many hours do I gotta work on this for you so you can do this for me? Get back to cut, because it's about time we gotta start over.
Get back!
Yeah.
Get back!
And then okay, all of the supposed dollars that you earn for just talking aren't gonna mean diddly shit. Yeah, it's gonna be toilet paper.
At the end of this year, most psychics and a few scientists
And the Mayans.
and the Mayans, they say that there's gonna be a big solar waves reaching the Earth, pretty much burning most of the satellites.
Okay, well,
And what that would happen?
actually, I
the
can press that
internet
little
will
button
go
I got
off.
in that remote I
No
got.
more internet, no more phones, like everything that
Yeah.
everything that
Just like
is
an
this
escape at the
world-
end of Escape from L.A. Snake Plissken says, "Say goodnight." Yeah.
Escape from LA.
Uh,
I haven't seen that movie in a while. I like
yeah.
Escape from New York is much better.
Yeah, but the I know, yeah, it was a little hokey and contrived for a bit, but it did take the story and his character to the next level, and it did get a little preachy at the end. But that's what's cool. But I love his jacket.
His jacket.
Oh,
yeah,
his jacket on there and the back,
yeah.
and it's just, and at the end he says, "There's just he's got says, say goodnight, Gracie."
Good movies were in the 80s. That's it.
Warriors.
Like after 80s passed away in the 90s.
They got
A
two
few
derivatives.
good
Yeah.
movies came in the 90s, but lately I don't know much. I don't watch movies anymore.
Well, I like the Marvels, but that's my comics come to life.
like
And
X-Men.
yes,
X-Men was good.
X-Men. And
Did you see the-
X-Men Origins, Wolverine. Yeah, I
Did
love
you
that
see
one
that
to
one?
death. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it good?
Oh yes. And the Marvel, Thor. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Leading up,
Fantastic
Iron Man.
Four, I haven't seen those.
Iron Man
I
2,
haven't seen
okay, put that together, and they did follow the comics, and trust me, I followed them for years. I'm a fanboy this way. Captain America, they did it the right way, and they did it like he was supposed to be in World War II, and he gets frozen.
That's good.
Yeah.
So
And
most
now,
Marvel comic
the adaptions,
movies nowadays are good.
yeah.
'Cause I haven't seen none of them. I haven't
Oh,
only
yeah.
seen like Spider-Man
Yeah, and
3.
we even got a sequel to the Ghost Rider. Yeah,
Ghost Rider.
Johnny Blaze is back, yeah.
Oh, you didn't see the first one.
Oh.
Was
Watch
it-
them
was
both.
it-
Yeah,
okay.
Nicolas Cage plays in both of them, and he plays it good. He plays it over the top like he's supposed to.
Mm.
Because he's a hot shot, and then he turns into this spawn of Satan type deal. And
Oh, is there a Spawn 2? Spawn movie?
no. There's not. There's never been a Spawn sequel. But there
they
is
had a movie.
there is
Right.
going to be Iron Man 3 next summer.
A what?
Iron Man 3 is coming up next summer.
I didn't see both.
We got Avengers coming out that just came out last week. You have to watch this, and there's some really good in jokes and really smart timing going on in there. Even though and we're gonna have a reboot of the Spider-Man series. It's gonna be called The Amazing Spider-Man on Andrew somebody. He's a little lesser known. He's taken over the role from Tobey Maguire, and they're gonna reboot that one up.
Good.
And another Batman. Bane is in this one. So, what time are we looking at?
What time? Time to rock! Time to roll! Time to sing a song! Time to sing a song about nothing at all! Because that's what is going on. Nothing at all, and everything in it. Dave Lucas is standing near. He is about to have a seat and speak with us about his life and what is on his mind. Dave, he knows what's up.
You're on bondage.
Huh?
We're all in a little bit of bondage.
Bondage. Hey man, I'm all down for bondage. SNL, Hey man, count me in. Wanna see my dungeon? I got chains and whips and oh shit.
You ever made some,
All the stuff that we need.
you ever made molasses? What time are you got your show till?
Until I ready to quit.
Oh, you should, stop over if it's after 6:15.
Step over where?
Singer Circle.
Circle? What circle?
By Singer Circle.
Singers?
My river house.
Your river house?
Yeah, it's on Singer Circle, you know that?
Your girlfriend's house or your friend's house?
me last night. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll stop by.
Anytime. Between 6:15 and 8. That's cool.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
You too. Thanks. What time is Tai Chi? 6:30 or 7? 6:30, 8. 8. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Tai Chi today. I missed the morning session. My screen door broke, and my condo association they told me that if I don't put a screen door by the 10, they gotta fine me, and I don't want them to fine me, so I had to go get my uncle, who was sitting at home drinking booze, watching TV, reading a book.
I hate it when that shit happens. I was on the bus reading a book today.
Were you drinking booze too?
Not on the bus,
Huh?
but on the bus stop.
Ah.
Hell yeah. Well, after I got done with my, I did go to school. I did take my test for graphic design insurance.
How did you do? How was it?
I think I did well. I'll find out next week.
Did you know everything that you were doing, or did you make?
Yeah.
Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
have a? Did you make it? Did it make you think?
Oh, yes.
It did.
Oh, yes.
It wasn't like easy does it.
No, it's like, okay, well, they made, oh, okay, well, oh, yeah. And, they made me think about my answers. And then I was confident in the answers that I gave. And that's all that
Was
really
it like
matters.
multiple choice?
No, essay type stuff.
Essays.
Yes.
What
That's-
is it on Illustrator?
No, it's about graphic design trends and
Oh.
ambient and guerrilla marketing.
Ambient.
Yeah,
And-
ambient like it's sitting on the side here, like with stickers and this and that, like you see around here a lot. Or guerrilla marketing.
What's guerrilla marketing?
That's something that you really see. Okay, everybody's got the flyers going out, but
Yeah.
like I did for my my turn on. I sat there and I got an air shark.
Huh?
It's called an air shark. It's a blow up shark, with helium in it, and it's like a little blimp, dirigible, and I use that to market Eco Pure air purifiers. It goes through dust like a shark through. See where I'm going with this? Like a shark through a school of fish.
Uh-huh.
And just floated it in. That was the visual part of it, and it just had the little on the back fin.
Is that?
It
is
had
that-
the logo.
Was that your answer, like your project or something?
Yeah, that was my project. That was like my term paper, and I floated it in there and it had the music going on. So sort of like what I got with my radio drama. That'll be on. I'm hoping we'll air it on the Memorial Day weekend. And it's just another way, sitting there telling you, it's just like the Skywriters do, with the planes, and they sit there and.
So that's called guerrilla advertising.
Yeah. It's not a billboard. It's not a commercial on the TV. It's not an ad in the paper. It's sort of like like with the flyers there, or they paint like they did with the Coney 2012, and they had it written on the sidewalks. This stuff.
What's going?
It's about that dude in in Africa, sitting there, and they're trying to bring awareness that they should oust him because he's one of them crazy little dictators like you see in the movies. But he does it. It's one of them, not in Libya, but
No.
Botswana or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and he's a real he's a crazy little uh, Stalin Castro type weirdo.
Castro
And-
is not that crazy.
Yeah, but well,
He's
Stalin
not-
and
Castro-
Stalin and Lenin
Hey
were.
man, Castro. You ask Cubans if they're happy, they'll say yes, we are.
Yeah.
And some who are not, they leave.
Oh yeah, not yeah, and not yeah, but
I
okay,
guess.
well, more like Stalin or who was before him? Uh, um, the Bolshevik
Hitler?
dude. Well, yeah,
Bolshevik,
yeah,
Lenin?
well, yeah, the Bolsheviks, yeah.
Lenin wasn't that bad. He was pretty bad. He killed a bunch of people.
Yeah,
But
Stalin.
he would just be killing people for
Yeah.
no reason.
And well, this
People
guy's
really
the
wild,
same
man.
way, and he's just a little bit more just whacked out. And so
Oh,
they
hold
had
on,
this.
hold on. I gotta get Barbara.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
talk about something.
Okay, well, I'm going to talk about a minute or two before Miss. Okay, that one seems to foment trouble on there, so I'm going to play something a little bit lighter. This is going to be called the Mimosa Song. I gotta go. I got 15 minutes.
All right.
Hey, Gorgeous.
Have a seat. On the white chair. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, in the studio, we have the one and only, the girl with the mostest beauty and most gorgeous voice, and everything about her is just radiating flowers and rainbows, and you got like bunch of cherubs floating around you that
Oh,
are
wow.
invisible, and
Well, I wanted to say it's good to be back in Milwaukee. No, I keep playing, Mike. It's good to be here over here on.
you cannot be heard afterwards. If you want to
Well,
be
church-
heard,
yeah.
if you want to be heard, then you have to
Well.
like you have to.
I'll play it. I'll just play it.
Is that on? Okay, wow.
Why?
Okay, now speak.
Check 1, 2.
All right.
Okay. It's a pleasure to be here with Oleg Chatain-Buk and Mike, the fantastic phenomenon from the music festival or the film festivals.
Spider Mike Saturday night.
There you go. I'm Barbara Meyer-Spidel, and I came up from Nashville, Tennessee, just to be a part of the Mayor Tom Barrett's hopefully victory party. So we're doing Mud River Lee and the Victory Bluegrass Band. Mud River Lee wrote a song called "Will You Vote for Mr. Barrett?" It's quite a lovely song. Would you guys like to hear a little sample of it? Hopefully I can get it
Yes.
right. Will you vote, dear friend, vote, and we'll all vote together. We will vote for Mr. Barrett. He will bring us together. Will you vote, dear friend, vote? It's basically an Irish melody, and he took him about 2 weeks to write. He just talks about the Civil War and how Tom Barrett will is a man tried and true, and he's shown he'll fight for you. So go on, get out there and vote and vote. Vote and vote as much as they'll let you vote, which I think is only one time. And make sure you vote for Tom, wonderful Mr. Tom Barrett, our beloved Milwaukee mayor for governor.
What did he do that's so good? What makes him so wonderful?
Well, I think all the details are in the newspapers and certainly in the headlines and in the stories, and the history has shown that Tom Barrett is quite a noble man as well as a politician that has tried to listen to the constituents and act in a just and fair manner that creates harmony. I mean, I believe he really seriously tries to listen and understand where the people are coming from, and I think that's what makes him a good mayor and a great candidate for governor.
Hey, and he went up and he took out that guy with that pipe too.
Well, that's what I thought Oleg was talking about, to be honest with you. You know, the mayor's heroic gestures, just as a servant to humanity.
I'm not your only neighborhood superhero.
Yeah, exactly. Mike, the superhero, says that he's not the only neighborhood.
Spider Mike.
Spider Mike, right? Exactly. So we're gonna go down to the Hyatt tonight. John Lozanecki is gonna be the fiddler for Mud River Lee and the Bluegrass Victory Orchestra, and I'm Barbara Meyer-Spidel. I'll be singing soprano, as well as Josie Bennett will be an alto, Sherry Dobson alto, as well as we're having banjo Becky Heil on banjo tonight, as well as mandolin Daniel Miles Mullen will be our mandolin player. Did I forget anybody, John?
And Dave on the bass.
Oh, we're going to have Dave Heil is going to be on bass.
Dave's on bass.
So come on down and hear the fiddling of John Lozanecki.
Everybody is
and
welcome
Mud
at
River
the
Lee.
Hyatt.
Free beer.
Free beer? Free booze?
Park on the lawn.
What about like food? I don't drink beer. I eat food.
I'll just tell him I'm
hungry.
with the band.
I wanted to buy a bagel at the fuel, and they said we're in now.
All right, thanks for having me, gentlemen. Hope
Yep.
to see you then.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, and
Barb,
good luck to all.
Do you want me to
our,
film it or something? Or like, are you gonna stick around? Cause after I'm done, I want to talk to you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And I got to get
Well,
going because it's almost time for Jeopardy, and I cannot miss Jeopardy.
You gotta see your Jeopardy.
Yeah, even though it's the teen tournament, and that gives it just
Hey, man.
another little twist.
Those teens are smarter than you and me combined.
Well, yeah, they think so. Chili, nice hanging with you.
Thank you.
Okay, and yeah, I'll stop in again. Yeah, as you know, I will, because I just hang around. That's what spiders do. Okay, and like I say on Saturday nights, everybody, life happens, karma ensues. Just keep it positive. All right, peace, everybody.
Peace, Spider Mike. Be blessed. Stay blessed. Be irie. Stay irie. We be jamming. Well, my show is coming to an end, but before it does, let me go back and to what I was talking about when I was talking. I did go see the Screen Fest this Saturday, and I met a lot of really good people. Chicagoland is a little different than Milwaukee land, and I was really glad to see. I was really glad to see a lot of African American community present. It was great to hear people promoting healthy food in the ghetto. I've spent many years living in the ghetto, and I got a lot of friends there. And what people call as soul food, it may be good for the soul, but it's not good for the body. My dear friend Charlene, she died when she was 65. Heart attack. She ate a lot of leg bones and pork bones and pork feet and it's like pork. That's what's for dinner, lunch, and breakfast. Um, maybe good for soul, not good for the body. Red meat, not good for the body either. There's a lot of things that are not good for the body. If you look at who we are, our body, in a scientific manner, if you look at it from a perspective of a scientist, hey Mike,
See you later. Chill.
peace. Our body is a machine, and like every other machine, it needs to be fueled with good fuel and oiled with good oil and in tune in order to work properly. And this food that we eat is actually gives us our bodies. I mean, our bodies regenerate itself every 7 years, I believe. That means that all of our cells, all of who we are, die, and they different ones are born. So if we put our in ourselves a lot of toxins and negativity, negative products, then that's how we're gonna be feeling, and the more the toxins are gonna accumulate, eventually they're gonna rupture, and that's how diseases happen. My buddy Ken Keen, he when I met was when I met him, he was super active. I mean, he was a go-getter, he was an action man, he was just like an energizer bunny going and going and going. But then one day I called up Ken and Ken didn't pick up the phone, and I was looking for Ken and it was hard to find. He didn't wanna let people in his house. Turned out he was really sick, and the doctors couldn't figure out what's wrong with him until he went to some holistic practitioners, and they said, "You know what, buddy? You're full of toxins. These toxins that have been accumulating in your body since you was a kid, they ruptured, and now you cannot move, you cannot walk, you're always in pain." So he got prescribed bunch of extracts from different things, and he got better in a few months. He still is in a lot of pain, but not as much as he used to. I mean, before he was just always in pain. Now, when he's drinking binges, and he knows it's not good for him, but he still does it because he's an action man. All habits die hard, I guess. I mean, I'm talking from myself, my perspective. I love to smoke pot. I've been smoking pot since I was 16, and I've quit smoking pot a few times here and there, and I haven't felt better than those times when I did, because I didn't need to smoke pot. My mind was clear. I was happy. But why do I go back? I don't know. Force of habit, peer pressure. It's just something to do. It's always there. We're living in America. America is a pot land. I mean, our the forefathers of this country, all they all grew big fields of marijuana, and it is a good plant. It's great for everything, except for except for except for the mind, I think. I mean, it's good for the soul, but when it comes to the mind, it dulls it. It's kind of deceiving. I mean, it's just no good. So that's why I'm quitting. because I want to get my mind. I never had it. Ever since I was a kid, I was kind of like average. Mm, I didn't have good memory. Didn't have a lot of endurance. It was like I didn't have little. I didn't have much. But now, as I'm growing up and getting older, I'm looking at my life and I'm thinking to myself that I'm not happy. I'm not happy with who I am. I mean, I love myself. I think I'm a pretty decent guy, and I love myself. I'm a good guy. I'm a good person. But when I judge myself, when I look at myself, I see that I am not who I wanted to be all my life. All my life, I wanted to be something like I wanted to grow. I wanted to expand my mind and consciousness, and I wanted to do this and that and study that and this, and I spent a lot of time just wasting it. And wasting time, you get lazy, and then laziness becomes a habit. And now that the opportunity for me came, where I can actually achieve that which I've been wishing for all my life, such as speed reading, I am too lazy to do it. And instead of getting this book and dedicating an hour of my time to getting my mind back, getting my mind sharper, growing, I spent it just lounging around with my stoner friends and watching TV with one eye open and one eye being asleep. And then thinking to myself that I'm wasting time being not happy. And it is hard to change because once you decide to change, once you make your mind that this is what I'm going to do, the universe, it just starts offering, giving you all kinds of temptations. It's just temptations, temptations, temptations. And I am good at saying no, but you say no once and twice, and then sometimes these temptations get to you, and you think to yourself, like I do, ah, yeah, here, there once, it's not gonna hurt. I do it once, and then, you know what? When I was 16, I wanted to know about life, and I wanted to become an adult and grown, and I wanted this and that. So I looked at the older kids, and they were smoking cigarettes, and so I was like, oh, I want to know what these cigarettes are. I just want to try it a little bit, and then I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna try it for 1 week just to know what's it like to be smoking, because a lot of people are smoking and they might like it. It must be good. So let me try it. Let me see. Let me see why they smoke and what's so good about it. And then if it's not good, I can just stop because it's just a thing. Uh. Years after years, so I was like, I started for a week, and then it went on for a month, and I was like, oh, wasn't I supposed to quit 3 weeks ago? I think so. Well, why don't I quit in a month later? Because I know I don't like it, but I'm still smoking. Might as well see what it's really like, what it really does. If you smoke it for longer, and then 1 year passes by, and 2 years, then you forget. Then you forget that you forget why you started smoking, and you forget that you want to quit. And then one day I was like, well, I want to quit, and I couldn't. But I'm glad I did quit smoking cigarettes, and now I'm working really, really hard on quitting smoking something that's really, really, really kind. Like kind bud. It's called kind because it is. It's it makes people relaxed. It makes people easygoing, and it makes the problems go away until they get sober, and then it's like, oh shit, the problems did not go away. Nothing is still there. It's just I was gone. Where was you? I don't know. It's gone, floating in somewhere and being unproductive. So I'm not an advocate for sobriety, but I think I'm turning into one because I tell you, people, it is good to have a clear mind. The happiest time I've been feeling happiest is when I would go into this retreat. You know, I would go away for 10 days to a passionate retreat and I meditate. And I come back and I'm like, I am so happy. I am just happy. My mind is so sharp and I'm just happy. I'm just happy. And went to another month-long retreat and I came back. I was so happy. Just happy to be alive. This retreats, this meditation thing. Just sit there, meditate, watch your mind, calm your mind, get down with the accepting life and get away from habitual patterns. It makes one feel very, very good. I felt so good. I don't know why I started drinking or smoking or something. So habits, that's why. Habits really get to you. And lately, I even found out that eating is a habit. Because I quit eating for a week, just drinking water. And after a third or fourth day, I didn't really want to eat too much. I wasn't really hungry. I would be around people eating, and I'm like, I don't want to eat. I'm okay. Because that's what addiction is. Addiction is desire. It makes you want things. And then you just look at your desire and you need to fulfill it. Uh, but it's not real. It's created like when I was smoking, when I would smoke cigarettes. I don't want to smoke. I don't want to smoke. I would walk by some people smoking a cigarette and then I would want to smoke. Huh? It's like, did I want to smoke or did I want to smoke because other people are smoking? Well, if I want to smoke because other people are smoking, that's kind of bullshit. It's like I'm not in control of myself. I'm not in control of my mind. Well, we're not in total control of our minds and desires, but we are in control of self. I mean, we do have will, and we can say no, which is hard because it's hard. You ever try saying no to something that you like doing? You need to find yourself a reason, and if you have a reason to say no, you still don't say no because you gotta be strong enough to enforce the reason, the cause. Cause and effect. Effect and more cause. So yeah, Greenfest was good. I met a lot of good people. I met some people that were promoting solar energy and wind energy. I met people promoting vegetarian diets because of animals are the way they treat animals is just horrifying. It is horrible. And now there's almost no real animals because they're all genetically modified and they're just being born to be slaughtered, which is just sad. And I don't know about you, but I love life. About 3 years ago, I went fishing with some friends and we caught a big fish. And the fish was in a bucket and it was wriggling and striving for air, and then um, my friend took a bottle and hit it on the head, so it died. And I, I don't know. It's just I was thinking to myself, Chili, we just killed a fish to eat, but I wasn't hungry. I wasn't hungry. I got food at home. Why do I want to kill a fish who's happy? Fish was happy. I killed it. Now fish is dead. And why did I kill it? So I can eat it? But I'm not hungry. Why do I want to eat a fish when I'm not hungry and I have to kill it? And I don't know. Lately, I've started respecting life because life is so good. So the Green Fest, I also met some people from African American communities who are advocates who are advocates for healthy nutrition for the African American community, for the ghetto. And there is no healthy nutrition in the ghetto. It's just not there. So I'm glad that somebody is doing something. Who else did I meet? I met a bunch of um, natural, soap makers and natural makeup makers. And there's a lot of people promoting their little things. They were really interesting objects. There's some things from Japan or China. Something. It's like medallions, and they were always warm, and they always had some kind of electrical charge to them. I mean, I would touch them and they would feel tingly. They had some electricity. So that was interesting. Oh, I had a good time in Chicago. And then at the center where I was, they had a really nice stained glass museum. So I saw that. It was interesting. And then I also went to a barbecue competition. And I just walked in because I didn't know we had to pay money, like $100 or something to get in. And I got in, and people let me in, and walked around. I talked to some people, tried some food, and then I started dancing. And ah, I stood out. So as soon as I started dancing, somebody grabbed my shoulder and says, "Hey, buddy, where is your invitation?" And I'm like, "What invitation? I thought this is like free." They're like, "Nah, you gotta leave." So I got kicked out, which was fun. There's nothing funner than sneaking in and getting kicked out. Oh yeah. Well, to each their own. I I try to have fun with positive and negative. Cause there's something this humor. See, I look at life and I think that there's humor in everything. I think that's what makes human beings so special is that they have a sense of humor. Animals? Hmm. Tell the truth, sometimes I think some animals have a sense of humor too. I don't know if they're laughing, but sometimes I would look at some dogs and cats and stuff like that, and I would think that they're laughing at us. They're laughing at what happens. I don't know. I know that they communicate telepathically. I was babysitting this doggy. The doggy's name was Tutor, and the dog would talk to me in my mind. I was like, I'd be sitting there reading a book or something, and then I hear in my head, take me out. I gotta go pee. And I'm like, really? Okay, Turo, well, let's go. Yeah, so I know that animals they talk telepathically. It's for real. Hmm. Well, I think my time is coming to an end. Oma ni padme hum khri. Everybody be happy, peace and love and unity, and let's just get along and be loving, accepting, and tolerating. Because that's what's really important, tolerance. We gotta tolerate each other's differences. Like, everybody is very different from each other. If we were all the same, life would be boring. Mike was talking about that. And in our differences, we might not agree with each other. We might not agree that somebody sometimes even steps over your toes. And I believe that we, if we want to be peaceful, we can tell somebody that they're on our toes in a peaceful manner. I am not against negativity. Like somebody's on my toes, you push the person away. I'm not against that because I believe that sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But before you go and do something aggressive, forceful, or something, even though it's trying to protect something that's special to you, you gotta at least try to do things diplomatically. You gotta be more gentle. We as people, we gotta be more gentle with each other and with ourselves. So, like a mosquito would land on my shoulder or something, I don't wanna smack the mosquito. I try to shoo it away because, well, mosquito wants to live too. He just wants to live, and well, if he's sneaky guy, he can suck my blood and get away, and good for him. But if I can shoo him away, I'd rather shoo him away than kill the mosquito. Yeah. Dalai Lama, he make a joke on YouTube. He say, "Oh, mosquito come. I look at mosquito. I say, oh, mosquito. Okay, okay. Then two mosquito come. I say, look at mosquitoes. I say, oh, okay, okay. And then three mosquitoes come, and I say, oh no, and I slap them, guys. Uh, uh, oh, that's Dalai Lama. I am not Dalai. Yeah. ABC, ya. Chill is out of here because I gotta go get my camera and go to a Hyatt and film some honky tonk, bluegrass, and skip my practice, which really sucks because I would rather be at practice. I skipped it this morning and I felt really bad because I really love my practice and I'm not too fond of politics and I've seen the bluegrass band and, but friends, they they are important to me and if my friend asks me to go and film him do this thing, well, I can take I can skip my practice and do a good deed because I can practice in my mind and I can practice up there. I don't need to go to practice Tai Chi Chuan. That's the essence of Tai Chi. Because see, Tai Chi is an internal practice. So it's about cultivation of energy and it's mostly done with the mind. The saying goes, mind controls the chi, chi controls the body. And this mind is who I am. So Through practice, I'm getting more sensitive to the energy, and I am in a better control of my body. I tell you straight up, body is like a muscle, like everything. Oh, practice makes perfect. Um, intestine loss. Taste better before you taste sweet. Yeah, I love practicing. Okay, bye.